a list of stars that never ends. You're our guest in the front row. Now it's time to start the show. Branson Webcast Show, interviews with folks you know. Come along and join the fun. In our books, you're #1.
From the live entertainment capital of the world, you're listening to BransonWebcast.com with your hosts, Hamner and Barber.
It's not TV or radio, just one click, download the show. Grab some coffee, take your seat. We've got friends you'd like to meet. Branson Webcast Show, Hamner, Barber, here we go. Laugh along and have some fun. It's a show for everyone.
We're on the World Wide Web at BransonWebcast.com. And now, here are your hosts, Hamner and Barber.
Well, thank you, Craig Burnett and Ricky Bowen, for our theme music, and welcome to the webcast with our special guest, Chris Myer. Chris Myer of Myer Hotels. It's
yes,
Myer
that's
Hotels,
right. Myer Hotels.
Yeah, and you're a big hotel property. You've got like 5 hotels here in Branson.
That's correct.
And around the world?
No, just in Branson.
Just in Branson,
just
okay.
In Branson.
But I'll tell you, we're glad you could come on this week because this is a very special week for you guys, celebrating your 40th anniversary of being in the hotel business.
That's exactly right. 40 years, that's a long time.
That is a long time, and you sent out this great invitation. I just want to say some of the things that happened 40 years ago. Gas was 34 cents a gallon.
Wow.
And
wouldn't it be nice today?
Oh, would it be nice?
Singers Johnny Cash and June Carter wed. That was 40 years ago. The 40th Academy Awards was postponed due to the death of Martin Luther King.
Wow.
Mickey Mantle hit his final career homer, number 536, 40 years ago. Simon and Garfunkel's Mrs. Robinson hit #1. Intel was incorporated 40 years ago. Boy, that's something. They've gone a long way. The first Boeing 747 rolled out 40 years ago. A movie ticket cost $1.50. Elvis Presley received a gold record for How Great Thou Art. 60 Minutes premiered on CBS. And the Beatles won 4 Grammy Awards. That's pretty neat. Oh, and the arch, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis was dedicated 40 years ago. Oh, here's another one. The first Big Mac on sale cost 49 cents.
Oh, man.
And Myer Hotels was formed. And up in Nebraska, right?
That's right. My parents had their first hotel in ONeill, Nebraska.
Yeah.
It was called the Elms Motel, and it's still there today.
Is it still called the Elms?
I think it's still, I think it's like a best value inn, but I think they still use the Elms.
Do they still own that hotel?
Oh, no. We sold that, and my parents were originally farmers from Iowa. Yeah. And they went back into farming for a very short time, and then came actually to Branson in 1972, and we had the Branson Motor Court downtown, right across from Casey's.
Yeah. And how many hotels were in Branson at that time?
Well, I don't know. I was a baby, but
that was way before the boom.
That was way before the boom. In fact, back then, they were talking about bypassing 65 down there, and so Highway 60. At that point, everybody was, Branson's going to go out of business because we're going to bypass Branson. Well, if you think down the road, that didn't happen. But from there, they went to Rolla, Missouri. We went to Julesburg, Colorado. In 1976, we ended up in Harrison, Arkansas. And had a property there for really 12 years. But in that time frame, we had properties in other locations, and then came back into the business in Branson here in 1983. So we've been here in Branson, what is that, 25, 26 years now on a consistent basis in the hotel business.
Yeah. So when you grew up, were you living in these motels?
Earlier on, there were some times we lived in the motels. Yeah. But from 1976 on, we lived in a house. I tell you, if you live at a hotel, it's really very difficult because you're always on call.
You can't get
away.
You
can't get away. So that makes it kind of hard.
We did it for 6 years when we were performing out here, until we finally got our house. Yeah. But it was the best situation for us. But yeah,
but you didn't have to fix things. If
no, didn't have to fix. But we helped out. We got to know the owners quite a bit. They call us in the middle of the night. We'd have to help out. We were kind of on call. Not like you though.
Well, it's amazing to see today, from back when your folks first came to Branson, how much change has been, especially in the hotel business. There are so many hotels in this town right now, and a lot of times they're all at capacity. Tell us a little bit about your properties.
Okay, we have 2 Best Westerns. We have the Best Western Center Point Inn, which is right in the center of Branson. That's why we call it the Center Point. next to the Titanic Museum.
Okay, right up on the Strip.
Right on the Strip, right across from Legends. We have the Best Western Music Capital Inn, which just happens to be right across the street here. You can walk from
We
that
highly
hotel.
recommend that location for our visitors who come to see the Hamner Barber Show. You can walk to our theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we have 2 Comfort Inns. We have the Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, which is right behind the Grand Palace, overlooks the Thousand Hills Golf Course. We have the Comfort Inn West, which is just a little further up the street, kind of close to IMAX. And then last but not least is our Comfort Inn and Suites, which is in Branson Meadows, close to the new Sight and Sound Theater and the Mansion Theater.
Wow. And so what is your position with the family business? What do you do for the company?
I take care of sales and marketing. And then my brother, he's in charge of the operations side of our company.
Yeah. Gail?
Yeah.
And is it just the 2 brothers?
Well, I have another brother. But he's not, he's not involved in the
He's a
business.
ventriloquist, right?
Yeah. He lives in Texas. Years ago he was in the hotel business with us, and just wasn't his thing, and so got out. And
well, it's difficult. My family, they're all contractors and home builders, and I'm the ventriloquist. See, so there are different dynamics. We all love each other, of course, but we just that wasn't what I really wanted to do with my life, and but. I'm not even sure this is what I wanted to do with my life, but I'm here and I'm enjoying it, so I guess that's a good thing, and you are too. And tell us about, you've got a family here in town?
Right, I have a wife and 3 boys, 10, 7, and 3.
Yeah.
And so, they're just growing up in Branson.
I get to see you at some of the school events because my daughter is 7 years old also, and so we're over at the Branson Elementary. That's where your kids go,
yes,
right?
They go to Branson. They all go to Branson. Well, the 3-year-old doesn't yet, but he'll be there soon. So,
yeah. Well, that's good. Well, so what are you going to do special this week then for the anniversary?
Well, we're going to have a little event. I've invited some folks in, and just kind of eat and kind of that food fellowship and fun, and maybe reminisce a little bit, and talk about the hotel business. One of the things I might mention is our most famous guest we've ever had. Was Elvis Presley.
Really?
Actually, Elvis stayed with us, and that was actually in Harrison, Arkansas at the Ramada Inn down there. I was just a kid, 5 or 6 years old, and but we've had a lot of neat things like that over the years, and this year's been especially special for us. We won the 2008 Small Business of the Year from the CVB, or Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, that was a big honor.
It was.
Great.
We're really excited about that, and also the Comfort Inn and Suites was one of 3 finalists for Comfort Inn of the Year in the whole United States.
Wow.
And since I guess it's been since March of this year, they've been ranked #1 in the entire United States. So that's pretty exciting for us, and that's something to celebrate too.
Well, you've set a really high standard for Branson.
That's right.
And that's great, because Branson really is going through another boom period right now, where everything is moving up several notches, in quality and in looks, and all your properties are top quality. They all look great. The rooms are the best you can find around town. And
thank you.
So we're happy to be neighbors with you too here.
Well, and we really try. That's really kind of a philosophy of ours, is really to put money back into the hotels every year. And my dad we've just done that. And so this last year, all of our hotels had upgraded bedding. Went to what I call the more luxurious feel, and more pillows. And so we're always trying to do something like that at our hotels.
Okay. And an important question: what time is checkout?
Checkout is at typically 11 o'clock. If you need a little longer, sometimes we can do that.
There's a little flexibility there. I like that.
But we got to get that room ready for the next guy coming in,
Let's also talk about, you have a great thing with the theaters, and you've worked with us over the years. It's One Branson, or it's iBranson.
iBranson.
iBranson.com. And let's talk about that a little bit, what you do with that.
Yeah, well, in 1994, we decided to create a ticket division, and really to satisfy our customers.
Yeah.
And we want to keep them in town, of course. The more shows they go to, the longer they'll stay in hotels. But it was just a great service for our customers, too. And so we developed that. Obviously, with the internet coming on, we went to an internet platform. And so now today, people can get tickets in all of our hotels. But they can also do it online at iBranson.com or BransonMissouri.com, and they can go purchase them. We don't add on any service fees or delivery fees or anything like that, and just try and provide a great service for the guests coming to town.
And you've helped a lot of the theaters by promoting the shows and so forth, and you've done a lot through that too.
Well, we've tried. In fact, we've done a lot of TV advertising, a lot of radio advertising. And it's really as much as selling the destination as anything, because if we can get people here, the more people we get here, the better it is for everybody.
Yes, it's true.
Yes. And what's the website for your hotel properties?
That would be MyerHotels.com, MYER hotels.com. You know, and one thing is we kind of call it the company Myer Hotels because we just can't list everything out. You know, it'd take too long, but people will not see that when they drive by. You know, they won't see a sign that says Myer Hotels, obviously, because they're Best Westerns and Comfort Inns. Yeah.
And how about the future? Are there going to be any more hotels added to the collection of properties?
You know, that's a great question. I wouldn't rule it out. I guess I'd say if the right opportunity came along. You know, we're working out on a new development out on the lake called Whisper Cove.
That's right, yeah.
And so that's kind of something new we're doing with estate lots and Lakeview townhomes.
Yeah.
And people can find out more information on that on whispercove.com.
Whisper Cove, okay.
Whisper
My
Cove.
wife was out there, and she said it's really going to be neat. So, yeah, she was real impressed.
Whispercove.com. So we'll put these up so they can see them, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, you know, but time will tell. You know, I think we've always just tried to grow steadily over time, and we'll see what happens.
Well, the thing I admire about you too is you're always trying to invent new ways of marketing and clever ways of using the internet, you know, to market not only your properties but also shows and Branson in general, and so, you know, we look forward to having more opportunities to work with you in the future. And we appreciate everything that you guys have done to help market our show, too.
Well, we're glad you're here and look forward to it as well.
All right. Well, thanks. Check it out. All the multiple websites that we've talked about today. Chris Myer, Myer Hotels. And thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a good day.
Good seeing you.
You've been listening to BransonWebcast.com with your hosts, Dave Hamner and Jim Barber. Join us next time for more interviews, music, and fun from Branson, Missouri.
Y'all come back and hear us soon. Hope you liked our little tune. Next time on the internet, we'll have new friends you haven't met. Branson Webcast Show, spread the word to all you know. On the web and having fun, it's the show for everyone.
This is your announcer, Craig Burnett, saying thanks for joining us and come back real soon for more fun at BransonWebcast.com.